All of the swings, all of the time. See moments live from the mound, down to the plate. Witness the clutch, made solely in Rec Room. All of this, all the time, only on MSN. All of the swings, all of the time. See moments live from the mound, down to the plate. Witness the clutch, made solely in Rec Room. All of this, all the time, only on MSN. All of the swings, all of the time. See moments live from the mound, down to the plate. Witness the clutch, made solely in Rec Room. All of this, all the time, only on MSN. All of the swings, all of the time. See moments live from the mound, down to the plate. Witness the clutch, made solely in Rec Room. All of this, all the time, only. Hello everybody, welcome back to Manny Sports Network. Tonight I'm joined here in the booth with other tech here, the other tech. We're coming in here.
What's going on?
How are we doing? And beyond that, we're going to be getting it on with Game 3 of the Elite and the Marshals. So Miami looks to try not to get sweeped, and the Elite look to keep themselves going through this season with another sweep to get it going. Because the Elites have been real hot this time around. They've already clinched a playoff spot. We're in the middle of Week 3. As that guy on the mound, Gallo, looks to take the start. He's 4-0 from before entering this series, and he's got 17 strikeouts. Only allowed 11 runs in 4+ games. That's pretty good, especially for CV2. Tech, what are we looking at here between these two teams?
Well, there's a lot of things the Marshals are going to have to do if they want to win this game. The ATL Elite, you're not going to overpower their offense by any means. So what the Marshals need to do, they got to be able to put up zeros on the pitcher's mound, and they got to be aggressive at the plate. You cannot miss your pitches. You have to be aggressive, and you have to hit the pitch that you're supposed to hit.
Yeah, exactly, and especially with the guy on the mound, Conker. He's the team owner of the Marshals. He'll be pitching tonight. He's a 2-1 record, only 7 Ks, so he's not a big strikeout guy, especially this season. So he's going to be relying on that defense a lot. Try and see if he can get some ground balls. But he has allowed 13 runs, so we'll see how that fares out as this series comes along.
As for the ATL Elite, you're already in playoff contention. Don't take your foot off the gas pedal, but now would be a good time to experiment with different lineups if different lineups would go better for them in the postseason. But overall, they cannot take their foot off the gas.
Very, very true, especially because they're not in the same division. The Elite lead their division by a lot. They are steamrolling the American League at this point. And, of course, the Marshals being a National League team, it's more of a cross-division rivalry between the two. They're just running it. But then, yeah, this is kind of a low-leverage series for them. Already up 2 games, look to make the sweep, and that'll be pretty good for their confidence as they go through. Tech, I'd like to pose a key hitter for this time around. Little C has been really, really good to start the year. Before entering this series, he's batting .400, and he's got, in those 3 games, 7 of his 8 hits were home runs. Oh, that's cheese. That's cheese.
Manny's dream is echoing off of
Here, I'll mute.
That's some crazy work. But beyond that, it'll be Ava to come in. Ava so far, before entering the series, was .444 with 8 hits in 5 games. 6 of those hits being homers. Has been pretty cold this series, though. Not hitting too much off of this Elite pitching.
Hey, if I'm the Marshals, I would be ready for the off speed from Gallo. He's not going to heat you up. He's not going to light you up. You gotta stay back and be ready for it.
Absolutely, we'll see. But that one, kind of just a fastball there, way above the zone. So we'll see how Gallo manages Seems he might be struggling with command a bit to start out this game quick.
Gallo seems to get it going through the couple innings. He's had some issues. He's had some issues in the last inning, giving up almost I think 6 runs on the 3rd inning. So on his starts. So we gotta
very
pay attention.
interesting. We'll see if Gallo can keep it together this game, as that's a swing and a miss. Strike number 2. So a good start. 1-2 count. That's 2 pitches away that he's gotten Ava with. So that's 3 straight away pitches. First one was way up, of course. He throws in. It looks like called strike 3 by Ray. Hit off his hand, and that'll be out number 1. So very good job by Gallo. And Tech, what are we seeing here? Started him away and came in.
Yeah,
Interesting little sequencing.
Yeah, well, Gallo, you know, obviously he's an experienced guy. He knows how to hit the zone. He absolutely knows how to get these hitters off balance.
That one hit well, right center. Nice grab by Gallo, and that's a really nice snag to make it a second out. Just
Gallo
stop
really
a close one there.
Well.
That was a really nice play. That could have been safe at first, likely. Oh, short Gallo, another snag, and it's 1-2-3. That's a really good inning.
Yeah, man. Gallo can field his position very well, so you cannot hit it anywhere in the direction of Gallo, or else it's probably going to be an out.
We've just seen that one there, Tech. But here it is. So on the mound will be Ava for this time round. It's a 1-1 record before coming into the series, and it has 5 Ks, only 4 runs allowed, so pretty good there, but only 2 to 3 outings. What are we thinking here for Ava?
Well, ATL's got to get out ATL's got to get out. They got to come out swinging early. Ava, you know, it takes him a little bit to get into his groove, so they got to take advantage of that early. Got to come out hacking on the first pitch, and you know, you just got to figure it out soon.
Very, very fair. That makes sense. We will see. So Ava was supposed to start in left field this game. That was from the lineup card yesterday. However, Connor, I think, is a little bit late, so they're running with no catcher. Oh, Ray Gomez is the catcher, so Christ is going to be taking over in the outfield. Oh, he just joined in. So
yeah, Connor just joined.
Alrighty, so Connor's going to be playing right. I assume it'll be Conquer in left.
It's looking like they're going to keep Connor at the catcher spot.
Interesting. It should have been Christ was set to be on the catcher.
Time will tell. So by the looks of it, Connor will play catcher.
Seems like it. Very interesting. So we see that Conquer is just going to kind of hold him. Usually Connor is usually the starting outfielder for the Marshals. It seems Conquerors have gone away from that decision.
What a throw.
And so we'll see. So it'll be Conquer and King Christ in the outfielders. And then Connor will play catcher. He missed yesterday's game, unfortunately. His power went out right before game time. It was unfortunate for Connor, but well, it seems like it's pretty good.
I live pretty close to Connor. I can confirm it was very questionable rain.
Yes, likewise. Yeah, the studio is right nearby that area in that tri-state. It was really bad last couple days. That's called strike 1. Really close pitch. It's 0-1. So Ducky comes up, one of the most consistent hitters for this ATL lineup for this series, batting .667 in 6 games. With 12 hits, 6 of those being homers. Guy has produced for this team. That one away, 1-1. Tech, what are we looking for? Of course, ATL lineup. Are we looking for more contact? Are we looking to hit for power? Like, what's the sequencing here between the two?
Well, with a hard throwing guy like Ava, you really gotta. It really depends on what he's throwing today. Because there are some days where he can be catching you with the off speed, and there's other days where he's got a little pent up anger. He might be lighting up the strike zone. So it totally depends. If he's gonna light up the strike zone, if he's gonna throw fast, you gotta take advantage of that, and you gotta hit for power. If he's gonna if he's gonna show you the off speed, you gotta lay a bunt down.
Very, very interesting. And fair enough, it makes sense. Yesterday, they actually started off pretty cold to start the game, the Elite. Only within the second and third innings was when they really started to heat up and start scoring runs off of this Marshals pitching.
A little bit questionable considering this ATL lineup leads MLW in almost every single first inning category.
And Ray rings him up. What the hell? Oh, What looked like
Wow.
ball 4, Ray Gomez rings up Ducky for strike 3. What in the world?
We'll see if they're gonna check this. I don't think it's reviewable though.
Very unfortunate. Ducky and the Elite absolutely protesting it up to Ray.
If I'm not mistaken, this is not reviewable.
So that's fair. Here comes Little C. He's been quite good. Only had a few hits, but in the short amount of games he's played, he's done well. As Ava will take it to the bag herself. There's 2 away.
Hey man, this is what we're talking about. You know, Ava's got to put up zeros. They really have to. They have to hold this offense down to as least amount of runs as they can possibly get.
Very, very true. Gallo now coming up. Ooh, one kind of went behind him a little bit. 1-0 count. Gallo's been hitting pretty well as well.
Yeah, how do you feel about the Ava guns out there?
It's been pretty good so far. It's some really nice pitching on the mound by Ava, doing well so far. And sorted him up. That's some confidence there on the mound. And it's Gallo. He's been one of their most consistent starters. Has been all around. Been pitcher and swinging. It's a 1-2 count for Gallo. It's that swing and miss.
Gallo started off the season pretty cold with his swing kind of looked a little choppy, but he's definitely fixed that up. And he's hitting .432 in his last 3 games.
That is very, very interesting. That's pretty cool.
And he steps off mid windup.
And the pitch. That one hit well and foul. Wow. That was crushed into the buildings, but way foul.
That's what Gallo's got to do, man. He's got to time him up.
Absolutely. Gallo yesterday, that was the lead giver. That was what broke the scoring. He hit a 2-run bomb to right, and there's another long foul. It's like Gallo, he's been pulling the ball a lot so far.
So it looks like off speed is really pumping for Ava.
It looks like Ava's kind of hanging the off speed a little bit up. The drop ball hasn't been going down.
I don't know who's streaming, Grape, then.
I want to swing and a miss. Nice pitch by Ava, and that'll strike out the side. Nice, very nice job there to get out of the first. We go to the second inning.
Man, I've been right behind you this whole time. You're kind of scary. That Aaron's judge this, man.
That's crazy. We got
No,
Gallo
my favorite
gets his
thing to do is
warm-ups. The Elite looking to put up another 0 in this inning. And so, Tech, what are we seeing from these hitters? Not too much has been produced. Nobody has been on base at all this game.
Well, you know, a good pitcher's duel can never hurt.
Absolutely. We've seen some really good stuff from both of these guys. Ava, not so much. Hasn't pitched as many times as we think, although has been quite good when she has pitched. Of course, Gallo has been really good this year so far. And of course, with one of the best offenses in the league, it seems pretty easy to pitch on the mound.
I do think that Gallo's almost kind of slow pitching will actually. I think a good team will exploit that in a postseason game.
Very, very true. Actually, we could see it as well. You know, Gallo does allow a lot of contact, although he is able to control that a little bit and sequence the hitter, try and jam him up. So there's called strike 1 from Ray. So Connor now up to hit. Batting .462 before this series. He swings at the bounce ball. It's 0-2 now.
I could have caught that one.
Did he go?
And the 0-2 count for Connor. That one fair. It's in left field. A real nice play. We'll get him at first. No!
He's out!
Egg called him out. What a play. And there's one away.
What in the
Really
world?
good throw out in left field by Little C, and he guns him at first.
According to Egg, I think Ducky was off the bag right there.
Ducky looked like he was in front of the bag, but really nice. Really nice play by Little C. A beautiful throw straight at him. It's an absolute dime. I got him at first base. That one hit well. Left center field. Going and gone. It is a 1-0 ball game real quick, the Marshals put it on the board. And it is 1-0.
When you're not seeing it, well, that's what you got to do. You guess first pitch, and you're able to drive it.
Really nice one from Ava. It's just another one to tally on to her really good season this year.
That was a pretty nice bat flip right there.
Here comes Christ. He was the practice squad player, but Conquer utilized him a lot so far this year.
And he's actually lived up to that hype, man. He's been really good.
He's been very good. That is true as well. Before this, Tech, here's an interesting stat. That one to right. That one might go. It's gone! Back to back. 2-0. As the Marshals are taking Gallo deep in this second inning. As that was a big drive by Christ. I think it was moonshotted to right into the upper deck there. But Tech, here's an interesting stat. Christ, before coming into the series, had 6 hits. All 6 were home runs. It was batting .462 in 4 games. And this is it was scattered because he was the practice squad player, wasn't expected to start as he joined the team in the middle of week 1. That was the interesting part, is week 1 had already started and Conquer just signed him up because he needed a practice squad player. That was a really interesting thing that I noticed, and he's been performing.
Yeah, well, King Christ always been known as a power hitter, even in the old MLW era. He knows how to put that ball over the fence.
Yeah, you know he's just done it right there. It's a 2-0 game for Conquer. He had a homer yesterday. He did quite well.
That was an absolute bomb from King Christ.
On there, taken. There's a 1-0 count. Is Gallo struggling here? Is that one right down the middle? Conquer swung over it. It is 1-1 now. 1-2. Oh, my fault. That one just slowing in. It'll be 2-2. So
we also know
Conquer,
that seeding. Go ahead.
My bad. Keep it up.
Yeah. We also know that
seeding
seeding is like a really big part of the playoffs. And you know, if the ATL wanna, if they wanna, whoa.
That's a really nice pitch. Got him looking.
If the ATL want to like really get that #1 seed, like I said, they can't take their foot off the gas, and they gotta win these games. And right now, it looks like a little bit cold, the offense.
Yeah, the offense slow start today, slow start yesterday as well. So they might want to take a look at that. Beyond that, that's true. The seeding, especially considering the Rangers lost their first game yesterday, is that one right up the middle. It's gone on the top of the wall. It leaves. It is 3-0 as that one just scraped over the wall out in left center field. It is a 3-0 game. That's a really nice swing.
That's what we were talking about earlier, man. I told you, man. Gallo's pitching is going to get exploited against a good team, especially like the Marshals.
Very true. The Marshals loaded up on powerful players, and they've been really good so far this game. That's 3 homers and 4 hitters there. That was a really nice little sequence for the Marshals.
So I think Little C is going to come in for the ATL Elite.
Looks like it. So for Little C, what are we looking at here, Tech? What are we thinking from him?
Power fastball. He's really got to get it in the zone if he wants to be good. You know, sometimes if he'll spike it a little too hard and it'll go right down in the zone. But if he can control that, we might be looking at no more scoring for the Marshals.
We will see. Little C in previous games has been quite good overall, just to say the least. Hasn't pitched very much this season. Hasn't had a single start, and so that's been shown by his stat line. So this will be pretty much his first time coming out. At least prior to this series.
Gallo has been sent to the gulag.
Interesting. Here we go. It'll be Ava now at a homer to start out this inning. That's called strike 1 by Ray.
I think that clipped the inside corner. That's what I call dotted.
Just barely, as that one swung and missed right below the zone. A great pitch by Little C. It's 0-2. Yes.
Egg says he did. So a big strikeout.
Really big K. There's 2 away. So here comes Christ. Well above the zone, it's ball one.
Right, pay attention.
Christ at a long homer out to right field, his last AB. Let's see what he can do here.
Hey man, I told you, man. The Marshals are gonna be out. They're gonna be aggressive. They want to give the ATL their first loss of the season.
There's ball four. So he'll go on in 4 pitches. Good eye from Christ to keep it up. So now runner on first for Conquer.
No teams ever went undefeated in MLW. ATL looking at 8-0 right now, but that undefeated record looking in danger right here.
Let's see. They're gonna have to make some.
And hit.
He's going to second base, and oh man,
Conquer was
that
hit.
way long.
Conquer was hit.
You're kidding.
Nice one, Little C.
Conquer got domed.
So there you go. That one hit
Whoa.
well. Right center. It's gone. A 3-run blast, and it'll go. And it is 6-0 to the Marshals. That was a
That's a
really
run roll.
big swing.
Run
And
rule,
the
one
run rule, the Elite. That is nuts.
So my pitcher's blow.
So the Marshals have run
He was in the
ruled the
zone.
Elite.
They're gonna call him out.
No way.
They're gonna call him out.
They're gonna call him out on an automatic play. He was in the zone when he hit the ball. They'll likely definitely gonna want to take a look at that. Score's been rescinded to
gonna challenge this,
3-0
though.
on umpire ruling. So that's 3 outs. No runs will score, and that'll end the inning. So no matter what, the inning's over.
Hey man, the ATL caught a break right there.
Very much so. It's a 3-0 ball game still. At bottom of the second, that brings it to just a 3-run deficit instead of 6.
Man, they really dodged a bullet.
Absolutely. Little C as well for his stat line. That this is one of his only outings this year. Wouldn't have looked good to have .1 innings and have a 3-run homer blasted on top of you.
Man, Connor didn't have to.
Fucking way.
Connor, you leaned in the zone, man.
That's a really close play.
Dude, he didn't have to lean in right there. I'm not sure, not quite sure what he was doing there.
There we go. Looks like Cheese will be the one to lead it off.
I got fucking robbed of
Has been very good for the Elite so far this season.
Hey, Cheese's swing is one of the smoothest in the game.
Well taken, ball number 1. So far, the Elite have been shut out completely in this game. That first inning, nobody got on base. So that one swung and missed for 1-1.
Swing is silky smooth.
Let's see, Tech, what's the importance of having, a very smooth swing versus someone who swings quite hard, at least in rec room?
Yeah, well, swinging hard, it's been proven it hasn't really worked for many people. Cheese struggling here with the pitch around the middle. So Cheese, Cheese, his swing, he's worked on it since season 1. OG player. He's really perfected the aspects of mechanics in the rec room, and he's really improved.
That's very interesting. So what does it really take, getting it over from starting, of course, and what kind of tips, I guess, would you say to somebody who's trying to get into the game?
Well, you gotta if there's a hard throwing guy in the mound, you gotta get in the back of the box. If you feel like you're gonna be like a little late on it or early on it, actually, pardon, you want to be in the front of the box so you can drive it.
Very interesting, very cool. Cheese walked on, so there's a runner at first. Ducky now up to bat. He's batting from the left side. That's a rare sight.
Yeah, Ducky actually Ducky has a few home runs from the left side this season. Little C goes,
Goes
and
she's
wild
going second, and Wade thrown it in right field. That was a very wild throw. Connor hit the base and it went to right.
Another stolen base for the stolen base king of the.
So it looks like it was poor coverage out there and left to try and play it, and so the right fielder had to grab it.
King Christ, a little bit of lag out there. They're gonna go check on him. Yeah, he's good.
So Christ looks like he struggled on that throw down, and he's going to third. Throw is perfect, but no one's there. And he's gonna be safe. I think it's gonna be in. It's gonna be a. They blocked the tag, or he blocked the bag. It'll be interference. Looks like. Looks like the call on the field is interference. So it'll be a runner at third.
It's gonna be a challenge here.
So it looks like the Marshals are gonna run a look at that play, called
By the looks
interference
of
on the
it-
field.
Yeah, by the looks of it, it looks like they almost blocked it from the front.
Very, very true. Yeah, from that throw from Connor, it seemed Christ kind of got in front of him.
Hold it for a second. Heck, I haven't
My mic is muted. I'm in the Discord call, Gala.
Gallo, he's muted. He's muted in the
I'm
record.
muted. I'm muted.
I don't know. No
We're in the
clue.
Discord call, Gala. We're in the Discord call. They can hear me on stream.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
Texas doesn't want to be unmuted in our record. For some reason.
Yeah, because y'all
he
want to
could.
complain about my
But
mic
it's
being
because
muted.
he's what is it like? He was feedbacking or whatever.
My mic was echoing, Gala.
Had an echo, yeah.
Little C has to be running IRL. I hit a home run.
Yeah, so if this call is upheld, it's gonna be a runner at third and nobody out, and two really nice stolen bases by Cheese.
One thing that we had not seen this season is a runner tag up.
Very, very interesting. I wonder if that'll ever show up. I mean, the outfield is actually relatively quite short compared to the infield, especially. There's strike one.
With especially with the catcher back there, you don't have to worry about the pitcher going to cover.
Very true.
3-1 count. Oh, so it's gonna be 3-0 because the call was they challenged.
Oh, yes, because the challenge was wrong. So 3-1. There's that one. There, foul. 3-2.
This would be a huge, big break if Ava can get it out right here.
Let's say he worked it from 3-0. 3-2, full.
It's 3-0. Ducky's got to
Nobody
swing
out.
here.
Oh, got him! Strike three looking! Oh, no! And Ray's called it ball four. That one was close.
Wow!
That
What
call
a
before,
call.
he gave that a strike before, and now he's called it a ball. Runners are going to be at the corners with nobody out.
I didn't know Angel Hernandez was retired.
So Ray now backtracked on that previous call. He made that call early in the game for a strike, gave it to Gallo, and now he's given a ball here. So
Manny,
what looked
since when
like
did-
should have been the same.
Since when did Angel unretire?
It's like Ray Gomez has got the spirit of Angel Hernandez chilling in there.
Hey, if they're gonna tag up, they cannot block the base.
Here we go. That one high! Deep left field! This game is tied! It is a 3-3 ball game!
Man, let
That's
me say
a
that again.
huge drive!
Let me say that again. Little see you later.
Absolutely crushed by Little C, and he has tied this game up for the Elite. He can absolutely put it on the board. And Cheese has brought out a basketball hoop. What the f...
This is their silly. This is the silly.
There it is. Little C looks like he's trying to get a ball. Oh, and the hoop despawned.
Yeah, you got it.
They
No,
got
the
it figured it out. They got it.
The silly's really tough.
Looks like they're gonna have to put it away. I guess we'll see it later
Yeah.
if it ever comes up.
This is a big strength from the ATL Elite team. When other teams have scored, they've answered right back.
Absolutely, and it was the same way last game. Of course, the Marshals hadn't scored, but they did come out big in the later innings. The Elite, they scored 6. They run ruled, I believe, it was inning 2 yesterday. It was a 6-1 final, so they really took advantage of the middle innings there. This is 0-2 for Gallo.
Hello, calls time.
So Ava was set, and Gallo had stepped out for time. Now the pitch, that one down the line, it's a base hit. And
Whoa.
wow, long throw. He'll be safe at first, but it'll be a base hit. Really nice throw out there by Christ and left.
Yo, Grape, if I hit a home run, should I sit on?
Cheese could put the icing on the cake right here.
Let's see it here. Nobody out still. So Ava really struggling this innings. Already allowed 3 earned runs with that homer. Now one way above the zone. It's ball 1. Cheese stays. All right.
So with Ray's logic, that one's gonna be a strike.
Very true. Stays put it first.
Inside.
I think Tech, it might be 50-50 whether that one was a strike, you know. I can't really tell from
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
And the 2-0. Real nice take by Cheese, just below the zone. Real close pitch by Ava. Dropped really nicely. 3-0. That one there, strike 1. Right on there, freebie. Cheese wasn't even looking for it.
3-1 hitters count.
And Little C's going. And caught it with a bad throw. He'll be at second base. Oh,
That was
didn't
in.
matter.
I think that was in there.
I thought it was a strike, but okay, my fault.
That looked like a strike from over here.
That would actually look like a strike to me. I was so confused. There it is now. Ducky snagged by Ava. What a play!
Gonna be loaded for Little C.
Or it's so awkward. As here we go. Base is juiced. Nobody out.
Hey man, I mean if ATL was or if the Marshals, if those were on first and second, they might have walked him right here. But you got nobody. You got nowhere to put him.
So here we go. This game's still tied. Nobody out. That one hit well. Left field. This is a grandie. Little see you later with another one. He has scored 7 runs this one inning, and he's given them the lead. Little C with 7 RBI as he hits 2 blasts as we go to the top of the third. Run rule. No outs were recorded that inning. What a job by the Elite. So, Tech, that is one way to turn the events on this game real quick.
Yeah, it certainly is, man. I mean, Little C, always known as an aggressive hitter in every single era of MLW, but especially there because you can't do it any better than that.
Absolutely, and Little C being the one come up twice. Absolutely.
Somehow a grand slam is worth 5 runs now because the Elite have 8.
With that 3-run shot, I thought that would have been close. The calls by the umpires, I figured that the Marshals might have gone out of it with just a tie game. Some of the plays might have been a little bit different, but no. Instead, it's a real quick 7-3.
I had to fix the score to 7 because they had 8.
So Little C, 3-run homer, then a grand slam right after in the same inning. So 2 homers in a singular inning. Who was I forgot the MLB player that did that. That's a strike. Really nice pitch.
Trey Turner.
Okay, alright, bro. But 2 homers in the same inning?
I think he homered off the same pitcher twice in the same inning. I don't know about
That was an older play. I think that was an older play. That's the one I'm thinking about. I just forgot who it was. That's 1-2 count for Ava off of the first 2 swings, and that one way
my
off
mind's
the
going
zone.
to Chipper Jones. All right. See if they can drum up a little rally here. Ooh, he went.
Got him swinging. That'll be out number 1. Really nice pitch by Little C.
Oh my gosh, dude.
We're on the top of the 3rd.
Why is it already the 3rd inning?
That one way away. It's 1-0.
Yeah, man, if Gallo left them in this game.
That one up the middle. Nice play. Then it's Cheese in the outfield. Even nice catch. So there's 2 away.
Hey, man, if we know anything about MLW, it's never over.
Exactly. You never know as that one's fouled back, I think.
So the Marshals, if they want to drum up a rally here, they gotta start now.
That one, he poked at it. It's in the outfield. It's gone! What a swing! It's 7-4. What? A bloop and a blast.
I
For
think
real,
that's-
what a
I-
drive.
I don't think that. I think that's gonna get called back. I think that was off the plate.
How has Christ done that?
I think that's gonna be off the plate. I don't think that's gonna be a home run.
That's some Vlad Guerrero type stuff.
Yeah, ball bounced to his bat. That's what I think.
Yeah, so it's gonna be 7-3. It's gonna be close. I think it just
Are they gonna
bounced.
call it? It's gonna get called a home run, okay?
It stands. What a swing by King Christ. That was way in on the hands. Just absolutely It didn't get the call didn't get turned over though. So it stands, I guess. That one played by little C, and the ball game is over.
No hustle from Connor, man. No hustle.
Connor threw the bat away, flew back. You knew this game was over. As the Elite with a really nice sweep, they do it again. That's another sweep. They are 9-0 on the year, Tech. That is one hell of a feat.
I mean, you gotta give credit to this. You gotta give credit to the offense. I mean, the pitching was looking a little vague right there. You know, they gave up 4 home runs, but that didn't matter.
Little C coming up big, pitched and hit. The reason they won this game. Really nice job by him there.
Well, Manny, I will see you on the next stream. It'll be over on my account.
Of course, 100%. That'll be very fun to watch. We should tune into all of that. Everybody's watching this game. Thank you very much for tuning in. This was Game 3 of the Elite and the Marshals here at Nasty Memorial Park. Thank you very much for tuning in. This was myself and Tech, and this was MSN. Thank you very much for tuning in. We'll see you guys in the next one. I'll be with Tech whenever we do the next stream there. That'll probably be sometime tonight. I think a few of the teams are planning to schedule, so we'll see how that fares out. I think it's just one more game to play tonight, and that'll be it for week 3. But the Elite have solidified it. They are in a playoff berth already. They've clinched that spot. Last game they clinched it. That was yesterday. So they're guaranteed to be in the playoffs, even if they slump it up. But that's about it. The Marshals have a long road ahead in the rest of this year. Thank you very much for tuning in. This was Manny, and of course Tech with me here in the booth. We'll see you in the next one. Goodbye, everybody. All of the swings, all of the time. See moments live from the mound, down to the plate. Witness the clutch, made solely in Rec Room. All of this, all the time, only on MSN.